Hello and welcome, I'm Matt Seddon, Sunday Plodcast and Sports Shoes. We are here in Victoria Park to test out the brand new Mach 6 and provide you with everything you need to know before purchase. We're also going to be joined by Rory Leonard, professional HOKA athlete and 5,000 metre runner. So without further ado, let's get to it. So the HOKA Mach franchise then, where does it sit in your shoe rotation? Well, to be honest with you, it's an up-tempo, very fun daily trainer, and it's a shoe that can do it all. It's for those who aren't that interested in building a shoe rotation, and if you want a session in it, a long run in it, steady run, and even racing it, it's all doable, as well as easy runs as well. So it's around about, 2 years since the HOKA Mach 5 came out. We were spoilt last year with the Mach X. What a fantastic shoe. And the Mach 6, in fact, carries over some resemblances from the Mach X, and often brands will do that. They'll drop high-end technology from their race day shoes into their daily trainers, and the Mach 6 is no different. So without further ado, let's get stuck into the tech of the shoe and the key changes with the HOKA Mach 6. Okay, now let's jump into the tech of the shoe, what you care about the most, what we care about, and how it feels on feet. All about the midsole. They've gone from a dual foam to a single supercritical EVA foam now as well. It's helped cut down the weight of the shoe a little bit, but also it's just aided for a smoother transition, a little bit of a poppier feel in it. They've still got the Meta rocker in here as well, like all HOKA shoes, which again helps with that guidance and transition from the heel through to the forefoot. And one of the nicest things that I like about the shoe is they still kept a low profile, so you can wear it on a track, you can wear it on road, it's responsive, and you can still feel the ground and be at one with the ground a little bit. So let's jump into the outsole and the upper now as well. So let's jump into the upper, which aesthetically has changed a little bit. They've gone with the same upper, the creole checkered material, which we see on the Mach X, and it's just a little bit more breathable, and also it's a bit of a speed modification, to be honest with you. It helps the shoe feel a little bit more streamlined, more comfortable, and hugs your foot a little bit more. The gusseted tongue remains the same from the previous editions, so again, that's just comfort and will hug your foot, but a big change on the lower ankle collar as well. So they've got a streamlined meshy material around here just for added comfort, but also just to cut down a little bit of weight and a bit more speed with the shoe. Moving on to that outsole, big changes there. Where they previously in the Mach 5 had the EVA foam exposed on the outsole, they've now added a little bit of rubber. It hasn't compromised the weight, so that's a big thing, but it's just giving us, the consumers, a little bit more grip and a little bit more feel of the ground as well. Also, you're just gonna be able to bank more miles out of it. It's gonna last longer as well. So nice change there for the Mach 6. So there's the tech, but let's dive in and see how the shoe feels on feet. And let's see what Rory Leonard, professional HOKA 5,000 metre runner, uses this shoe for. So I'm here with professional HOKA athlete Rory Leonard, 1331 5,000 metre runner as well, 7th Brit all time and 2nd under 23 as well. So he's a man who knows a thing or two about steady running. But Rory, first up, how are we?
Yeah, good man. It's nice being down south. I did say earlier that it's nice being down here because it's a bit sunny, but that's actually not really playing ball at the moment.
Yeah, because the last time we caught up with you, we were on the trails, weren't we? And
we were on the trails, yeah, and it was even further into winter. I think it was getting dark at about 4 p.m. Yeah,
it was indeed. But the HOKA Mach 6 then, you've been wearing it for a few weeks. First impressions?
Yeah, good. I picked it up at Monaco. I was lucky to kind of get it nice and early sort of thing, and I've been looking forward to this one again. Like we were saying about the steady running, I did use the Mach 5 quite a bit when I was doing my steady running, so I was pretty excited to get into this shoe. But yeah, I've been enjoying it.
Yeah, steady running is the core of your program. I mean, how does that week kind of look? And would you wear this shoe for sessions at all?
Yeah, so steady running does take up a lot of our mileage. It seems like when Andy sends the training through, the word steady's used kind of a terrifying amount of times. But yeah, so it is good having a shoe like this that you can use that's not plated, that has got a bit more pop in it. So yeah, that's been good. So definitely using it for those sort of 10-mile, slightly up-tempo sort of runs.
Up-tempo being the key word. I mean, zone 2 running gets thrown around quite a lot these days, but
yeah.
As a professional athlete, do you tap into zone 2 all that much?
No, not that much. I do hear a lot of triathletes talking in that sort of lingo, but Andy's got a nice sort of mixture of old school and modern styles of training, so it's good. We sort of tap between, but we don't use too much of that terminology.
And then key changes from the Mach 6 to the 5 that you've noticed on feet and just in feel and comfort?
Yeah, I do feel slightly more stable in this shoe, oddly. I mean, I found the Mach 5 very stable, but since getting in here, it feels like pretty uniform, pretty stable. Obviously a slightly different upper to the Mach 5, relatively similar to the Mach X, which is another shoe that I really enjoy running in. So I've been quite liking that, quite liking the new upper, yeah.
And what sort of person would benefit from a Mach 6? Is it that person who doesn't really want to build a shoe rotation, or maybe just a gateway shoe, isn't it, to the faster shoes, the super shoes?
Yeah, definitely. I think someone who's looking for a shoe that can be used in kind of a multitude of contexts, it's a perfect shoe to have. You know, if you don't want a super shoe and you also don't necessarily just want an easy shoe, you want a shoe that's going to do everything for you, right? The Mach X is definitely going to be a shoe that you can do that with. But yeah, I think it could also definitely be a gateway where you start trying these and you're like, oh, maybe I will try the Mach X, and then maybe I'm on the Rocket X now, kind of thing. And then before you know it, you're running around the roads of Monaco in super shoes. Yeah.
Would you wear these for sessions at all?
I think maybe. I know we were talking earlier about kind of the foot strength side of things, so I think it's good to get out of plated shoes sometimes. So I'll definitely get onto these for a bit more of like, you know, it's not barefoot running, but it's a little bit more natural than a lot of shoes are these days. So yeah, I think it's good to get in there. It's kind of like strength and conditioning for your foot, I guess.
And then just finally, sort of the durability, what can consumers expect? What's the kind of life of the shoe? How many miles they're going to be able to get out of it?
Definitely a higher use than the Mach 5. The new rubberized outsole obviously adding quite a few miles at the other end of the shoe. So yeah, I think I'm quite looking forward to it and testing the durability from the Mach 5 with that new rubberized outsole. So yeah, it should be good. Again, we do steady run sort of 3 times a week or so, and so I'll be bashing plenty of miles in these, which should be good fun. But yeah.
Absolutely. Well, talking to miles, let's go get some in. Let's take these to a little spin.
Absolutely.
Today you have it, finished the run just at the right time. That's the HOKA Mach 6. We hope we provided you with everything you need to know about the shoe so you can purchase with confidence. But Rory, the big changes really are just how it feels on feet.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's that new kind of supercritical EVA midsole as they call it. But yeah, it's definitely packs a punch.
So for the do-it-all daily trainer, it's available at Sports Shoes now in many different colorways, so go and purchase. And for more content like this, like, subscribe and follow the channel.